this is the one good thing about being like an ancient in the space, you know, and I'm not even an ancient. Like I'm not Cthulhu level ancient, but I'm out
Okay,
there.
Zeus. I'm just calling you Zeus on stream, man. All right,
Yeah.
Zeus.
But I'm 14, right? But you know, like, you know, I've been around since 2016. I think in December I'm 8 years in the game, and I've always remembered to kind of write down notes or just like these little like things of like an interesting thing that I noticed during the cycle that I might not even, if I don't write it down or think about it, I'll forget about it. Like,
No, for sure. Yeah.
I remember NFTs starting to go bananas as soon as Ethereum touched $3,000. So Ethereum kind of touching $3,000, and it was a little before that. I mean, like, if I'm being really like meticulous about it, probably like $2,100 and stuff was like some of the early stuff where it was pumping. But $3,000 when it first hit 3,000, like that's when the NFTs went bonkers. But Ethereum topped out at what, like 4,800. So it wasn't that much. Like it was just like a 2x, and then like that's it, and it was done, right? So one thing that I'm looking at is when I start seeing like not the first little couple bubbles. I'm talking about when it's like, woo, like everyone's like noticing like meme coins, you know, like that sort of shit. Yeah, when people are starting, like the smarter guys are trying to go, yo, meme coins. And now where all the dum-dums are like today, you know, shout out to Costco, a hot dog.
150, baby.
150, baby. Yes, sir. You know,
Yeah.
peanut to $1, but hot dog is $1.50. So, you know.
Yeah, man. It's just like for me. So like you're saying, like there's like certain thing you just remember. For me, I'm trying to think like something like this cycle that I'm like, I gotta make sure I remember that for that or for next time, whatever the case is. Like there's that moment where it's just like people are like, Bitcoin's out like in like the mid 30s, and there's like they didn't know if we were in a bull market or not. And I'm sitting here on stream. I was like, hey, do you guys understand? Like at this point in time, we are exiting crypto winter. Like you gotta I think because I did a stream on this, like understanding crypto seasons. So, you know, we have winter, there's a spring, there's summer and fall, right? In like the actual real world. Same thing in crypto. Like crypto winter, everybody feels that. But there's a change of the tides. I even did a stream. Like this is like, dang, when is this? Like late 2022. But yeah, going into 2023, I did like a stream called Changing of the Tides. It feels different. Like people stop crying so much, and it's just kind of like now just boring. A little bit of memes coming back. So I'm like, oh snap, this is like not winter anymore. It's just like it ain't that cold out here. Like, you know, Bitcoin's coming up a little bit, you know, hit that low of 15K, then bounce up to 20, and then spends like a couple months in like, you know, 20 to 27. So I'm like, it's like okay. So like that tells me like, okay, this is like super boring right now. It's time to freaking go. Like everybody's like falling asleep. Like this is like super like throwing a lot of, you know, capital into this. And I felt that, like, you know, but then again, like when Larry Fink, when he goes, what is it, like CNBC or whatever, he goes hey, crypto is like a flight to quality is what he said. That moment right there, I'm never gonna forget because you know, I have conversations with you know, so I guess I'll kind of dox a little bit of this. So being in the NFL, you do have access to certain things. So financial advisors, stuff like that. So, you know, I remember having conversations with 2 financial advisors during that time. And I always would poke fun because me being in crypto.
I was going to ask you about
that.
Yeah,
they're like, yo, no, we're not, you know, like the conversation.
You grab the suspenders and go, well, hey, man, you know, like I'm
probably. Sure? Yeah. Because, I've been trying to convert my 401k to like 100% crypto since forever, but you know, the NFL, they don't let you do that. But anyway, that's another story. But basically, you know, like when he said that, I'm just like, oh, like the normal smart guys in TradFi, they're gonna be like, oh, okay, well, they're gonna start to seem like they know about Bitcoin now, because now when they have people who have money and they're like hearing this from like Larry Fink, they're gonna have to give a reply. And so sure enough, I call, you know, one of the financial advisor guys I know. I was like, hey, man, so, you know, I mean, I have my stuff with you and all that kind of stuff. Like I haven't invested in stocks in forever, it seems like. But, you know, but it's just like I still got it, you know. And so I was like calling him like, hey, just checking up on some stuff in the portfolio. But then at the same time, I'm like, you know, and, you know, this crypto stuff. I mean, and he's like, oh, and he wants to talk about it. Like Bitcoin is like, you know, so like, you son of a gun. So like that was a moment I'm never going to forget. where how it let me know how powerful BlackRock really is.
Yeah,
I don't
it's
think
huge.
people really knew until like this ETF, like IBIT, it's probably like the most successful ETF in terms of dollar amounts. So that's something I'm never gonna forget.
Do we know the
Especially,
volume yet? I haven't looked at their volume in a minute. I remember I was keeping track of all the volumes and stuff and everything like that, and then I just kinda like, ugh, forget about it, you know? But,
yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. Like on average, whether like net positive or net negative, there's been obviously more net positive days than net negative, but like the volume is like nice, man, anywhere in between like 2,000 and 3,000 BTC. So just put that in dollar terms, which is a lot, man.